Yo, what's really good, everybody? It's your boy Argenis, aka Genocide, and we are back with another episode of Street Geeks with a bunch of updates and shit that we're into lately. You already know how we do, man, with the Dundadas. Plus, we got Matt Capone in the building, you know what I'm saying? Holding it down with me here, so get used to the face because we're holding it down with the Pokemon world, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, what's good, guys? You know what I'm saying? Back to, what we do best.
You dig?
All right, so listen, real quick, just in case, if y'all wondering why these construction hats are on, you know, because y'all probably started laughing off rip. And if y'all didn't, whatever. But anyway, this just means that you can look behind us, man. This room, all right, we're under construction. So that means stay tuned because what we're building next, Street Geeks Studios, is definitely going to have a beautiful look to it. It's going to be something that's going to come out and really be special. So we're in the building stages. Stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said,
you have a permit?
No, mind your business. Mind your business. Do not hashtag the city. Do not get me in trouble.
We are in the era of deregulation.
Listen. So listen, you know what I'm saying? If you get hurt, you're just gonna have to keep your mouth shut.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? That's just don't even look. You know what I'm saying? We got Band-Aids, alcohol, and
the comics.
You know what I'm saying?
So question, Jeff. Did you just grab my ass?
You stupid. So yeah, we're here. That's all that means. We're under construction. Stay tuned for something beautiful in the works. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let me take that off because this thing was about to leave some marks on my dome. I was gonna be looking crazy. So yeah, guys, you know we're here. Glad to bring up, you know, to start off the show, we recently did the Geek Fest, and it was a dope experience because, honestly,
it was the better of all the ones we did.
Oh, word, yeah, facts. You know I missed, I think, the last one maybe, or the last couple, you know what I'm saying, two maybe or something like that. But I even remember the first one, though, it wasn't as big yet because it was around when they were starting, you know. Just a few people that came up, though. It's just the fact that even the few people that y'all knew, you know, and just came to show love, like, you knew the potential was there. And when we tapped in, you know, I kind of jumped back in on this one with you guys and, you know, had Matt Capone in the building. Since me and him are holding it down with the Pokemon TCG. It was just dope, man. The feedback, the people, definitely it grew. You know, the Geek Fest grew.
That's a fact. You can tell it's a big difference from the first time we were there, where it was just slow and it was whatever. We were just listening to music more than anything. To this time, it was popping. There was a lot of people coming through, a lot of people asking questions, and a lot of interactions, and that was dope.
Yeah, man, definitely. And the cool thing, again, you know, first time even me being out there in the Pokemon market in general and just seeing the feedback and the love for people and how big the community is. Again, it's always proven to me in so many different ways how big that community is alone. Just like there's so many other different ones, you know what I'm saying? Again, there's a comic book world, you know, there's a trading card world, there's a sports card world. It's just dope to see how quickly, like when you really enjoy something, how it attracts people. You know what I'm saying? In that same
I had a lot of business. You know what I mean? A lot of people was coming up to your table looking at stuff. It's fire.
That's so just even us being the first table there, like my first time being there with Pokemon, seeing a lot of people coming in, even if it's just to look, it's like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that.
Facts. And then there was somebody that wanted to trade stuff. And so it's a lot of opportunity. You know what I mean? It's dope. You know what I mean? Get out there.
I was gonna say, Mac, that was your first one going in at all, right?
Yeah, my first show I ever been to in general. So
That's
dope experience. Dope experience for sure.
There was definitely a lot more people there.
Yeah,
and I think that it does well on Sundays. That was a Sunday, right?
Yeah, it was a Sunday. Yeah,
way better than it does on the weekdays. Hopefully they keep it on Sundays if they possibly can.
Yeah.
Again, shout out to them because there's a growth there, and we're seeing it. You know, the people who do the LARPing out there.
Them boys be getting at it.
Yo, bro,
they go at it.
They be ready. They be suited up, man. You know, like it's fire to see them because they really get into their roles. And these dudes be coming out with their shields and their, you know, and swords and
swords.
The forms. Yeah, bro, they be going ham, bro. They trying to take.
And you know what the funny thing is that when they are LARPing. And like if you get hit in the arm, like that arm is gone. You know what I mean? If you get hit in the leg, dude is limping on one leg. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wild, bro. Like they take that shit serious. Yeah,
facts, man. But it's dope to see it, man. Because again, you know, it doesn't matter how old you are, man. When you really enjoy something to the fullest, you see it, man. Everybody becomes a kid at that point, man. They kind of, because man, they go out there, and I swear, some of them be swinging like they got beef, bro. Like they've been like they were pissed off all week. Maybe their boss at work pissed them off. Maybe they just had that one person that's just been, just been getting on their nerves, or maybe they have relationship issues. Who knows what it is? But they went out there swinging. They went out there swinging off with his head. You know what I'm saying?
They had it for hours too, and they'll do like the tactics how like they used to fight it back in the day. They'll line up and whatever.
Yeah. It's like they charge up. It always made me want to like visit one of those. Because I went to medieval times, and I think we spoke about it before.
Oh yeah.
But like to actually go to one of those medieval festivals just for the fact of seeing that, because it's like man, bro. I would just love to go to one. I dress like Robin Hood just because that's the only thing I know that would be cool for that type of era anyway. But just the fact that. Like, man, those people really live that, and then just to experience that outside, too, because they take over, like, a whole piece of land and build, like, a whole...
They did.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
A whole place set.
A couple acres or some shit.
I don't know
like a whole place set.
Where it was, but back in the day, and I know I gone with Chris, too, Martinez, and they also had... food. People were just walking around with giant ass chicken legs and shit, and they also had a bow and arrows.
Yeah, that's fine.
They had a whole section. I was there. I was loving it. I was there the whole time, and I imagine it was a pretty good time. But let me tell you, the queen out there, the terrain ain't good for no clean kicks.
No,
I don't want to do a sneaker check after that shit.
No, at all.
That's a mierda check. Dirt was all over.
Yeah, I can only imagine, bro. Man, most of the people are probably barefooted while they're doing that stuff too. But now, like going back to the Geek Fest though, again, the growth is there. Shout out to them for doing that.
Yeah.
Next one's May 3rd?
May 25th.
Oh, the 25th.
Yeah, May 25th.
What is May 3rd?
And it's under new management.
Which one May 3rd?
25th.
Something is May 3rd.
Yeah, something is May 3rd. We'll be back and we'll let you know.
But the 25th.
Yeah, the 25th. So for those who haven't been to one and are out in Ocala,
sure.
or even if you outside, man, tap in. Again, man, there's a lot of vendors out there, local businesses, support them.
Yeah,
local businesses, you feel me? And everybody just got a love and a passion for that geek world. That's what we out there for, man. There's a whole bunch of street geeks out there when we out there.
They had a lot of dope Lego sets, Funko Pops, all kind of stuff. At the end, when we was packing up, I bought a Punisher knife. It's pretty fire.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
And Spangler was out there.
Spangler. Shout out to Spangler. He was out there painting.
Dope.
But yeah, he's on Whatnot as well. He'll raid us sometimes we'll raid him. He's good people.
You know what I noticed a lot though too that people are getting into when it comes to those fest things, and I see that they sell, and you see a lot of with the cosplaying you always see the 3D printing, but now. The figures and the different dragons and the different things that you see, the different designs. And they be doing some pretty dope stuff. And I be seeing a lot of those type of vendors too, man. Like a lot of different cool designs with that. That's pretty dope to see.
That devil statue they had with the by the car was dope.
Oh yeah, with that whip.
It's like a life size one. I heard Mac was like, yo, I want that shit.
Yeah, you know what's funny?
Don't put that bitch.
You know what's funny? I was like, yo, Adam, you haven't taken a picture? He's like, man, I've seen that shit so many times. The fucking Deadpool statue with the car. And, he's like, man, I'm tired. Man, that motherfucker's everywhere. So, but that, shout out to them again. Talking about that, since I know Spookala was around the corner, I guess I'm going to be the asshole and say, I'm not going now. I don't give a shit now.
A lot of people.
Why? Daredevil. What happened?
And a lot of people in the comments was like that was the only reason why they were going. But and they're supposed to be issuing refunds
today.
Yeah. So
it's supposed to start today.
That's crazy.
But yeah, unfortunately, Daredevil, Bullseye, Karen, and Foggy all canceled. They said it was because of filming reasons.
Well, listen, season 2 better be the shit then. Because if we're missing out on getting a signature and meeting you in person, it better be because the rest of the season and next season is fucking fire. Okay?
Well, they said that they're going to be at the Spook Island later on in the year.
In October.
In October. So we can look forward to that. But the issue is that it's the week after?
It's the week before
New York Comic Con. So that's the issue.
It's just that Daredevil's recovering from getting his ass kicked a little bit by the Muse. If you haven't seen it. Anyway,
that
a little bit.
Man,
you know, I looked it up. I didn't realize that he's a super skilled fighter.
Who? The Muse?
Yeah,
you could tell.
No, I looked.
Oh, you looked it up. Oh, bro, yeah, like he looked like the way he fought. He's nasty. He gave him the works.
Yeah.
But of course, you know, the Daredevil's gonna win. It's just the fact that homie.
He held his own.
He did.
Aside from the massive upsetness of them not showing up, you know, I even ended my stream short. Fuck what, not that day. And so, how do you feel about the show thus far? 6 episodes in?
6 episodes.
Well,
7 tomorrow.
Before we got on the show, they did, announce that that one Punisher is going to be there.
Thomas Jane's
going to be there. Thomas.
Oh, at the Spook Hour?
Yeah.
So
he's my favorite Punisher.
So, I'm going to be getting some Punisher stuff signed by him, but that's about it.
And Maeve.
You know, Adam, I'm sorry to tell you, but it's just something about his face doesn't look like the Punisher. I feel like I'm talking about this because when you watch the film, it's not when he was older. Okay, don't try to defend this guy. I like Punisher Warzone better. The one that stabbed the dude through the neck or whatever at the table as soon as the movie started
with Ray Stevenson.
Yeah, Ray Stevenson.
That movie was trash.
No, but he was more of a Punisher. Like realistically, when it comes to the gore, the massacre, the killing style, I felt like he was a little bit more out savage. There. Yeah, more savage with it. And I would put it to you like that. That's what the Punisher was. Savage. Mm-hmm. Like he was savage, bro.
Do you know how much damage Tom Jane took in that movie? And the savagery of him tying up John Travolta to be dragged by the car.
I still don't like you, Tom.
Bro, you're tripping. You're tripping, bro.
But hands down, John Bernthal is my favorite Punisher. You know what I'm saying? He went ham.
There you go.
He was savage, bro. He's like,
my only issue with John is that he's undersized.
A little bit.
Yeah, he's the smallest of all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ray Stevenson's big. And so is Dolph Lundgren. Yeah. I'll give that. Ray Stevenson had the whole hair slicked back, Steven Seagal-esque Punisher style.
Yeah. But, bro, but you can't front. He caught bodies in that movie. He caught more bodies than Tom Jane.
Face, bro.
Bro, he caught more bodies.
You know what? We should do a body count.
Yeah, we should, because it was massive on both.
I'm gonna watch
it was massive on both, because in that building there was mad people.
Tom Jane killed mad people, including this dude, the Russian.
Hold on, Primo in the back. Who you think caught more bodies? Because none of them got a sequel. They both only got one film. They both caught mad bodies.
Tom Jane was supposed to get a sequel, and he did his own internet.
Yeah, but he sucked. That's what happened.
You're tripping. You're crazy.
Nah, it was alright.
You're crazy, bro.
Nah, I'm not gonna say something like that, but it was, to me, again,
the storyline is what sucked for the Warzone movie.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with Ray Stevenson. I think he's good.
Okay, but
it was the storyline. He didn't have imagine that Travolta was the side character to Tom Jane. And Tom Jane.
I didn't even watch the one with Ray Stevenson.
I didn't finish it. Okay, so I couldn't even finish it.
Okay, so again, I'm okay. That's my fault. You know what?
I'll take it back. Got the most kills
because I'm not thinking.
Did he?
125 plus.
Okay, so thank you.
What did Tom Jane?
That's the Punisher.
Okay,
point proven. That's the Punisher.
Thomas Jane, 50 kills. Jonathan
That's it, 50 kills?
120.
50 kills?
Well, I mean, we can't compare
50 kills? Adam, 50 kills?
Yeah, he's been out longer.
Adam, 50 kills? That's it?
Do you know who he had to face?
So who's the Punisher?
He had to face Kevin Nash.
Oh. I forgot that was Kevin Nash.
Yeah, he got destroyed. Kevin Nash destroyed the whole apartment. The whole apartment was destroyed with Tom Jane, bro.
Anyway, all right. So let's not get lost. Let's not get lost. Let's get back to the show real quick.
But yeah, so Thomas Jane will be at Spookalo. So
I'm excited. It's somewhat of a makeup for the cancellation.
Yeah, you only caught 50 bodies.
Not sufficient.
50 kills.
Just 50 kills. That's it. I do that on Call of Duty.
It's cool.
I do that on Call of Duty.
No, you don't, bro. I do that. Well, I used to.
You do that on Fortnite.
I'm retired.
I do that on Call of Duty.
Bro, you not.
But Fortnite's a little harder because you got motherfuckers building the walls and shit.
we don't
Nah,
pay
we don't
you
pay.
see,
We don't
they don't
pay
do that
bills.
shit.
Yeah,
I don't do that. I like zero bill.
That's
why
what
I
we
go
do.
to
That's the
zero
reason
bill.
why I stopped playing Fortnite.
They be
Because I felt
spamming
this shit.
shoot.
Yeah,
Walls
fucking-
built up.
That's what we talked
Nah.
about it. That's the reason why I don't play Fortnite. Because I build
Well, that's
that.
because we don't play that mode.
Yeah, well, okay.
Motherfucker, we already told you.
Yeah, facts. All right.
What you got? P5, Xbox? Real quick.
Xbox,
you got
both.
man. Yeah, these guys.
You know what? The three of us will link up.
Yeah. We'll invite your Jennings.
We'll just sit mad and
I think I'm gonna cut this episode short.
Jesus
I can't with these guys.
Fuck out of here.
Anyway, so Spook Howler obviously is gonna have the OK Punisher that only caught 50 bodies.
and then the Punisher that paid his own money.
And,
You know how much money he paid?
yeah,
I think it was like.
he even advertised so hard and they still just
That's
ignored
because
him.
they didn't.
He tried
Marvel
so
wasn't
hard.
kicking it then.
But
Marvel
Listen, he
wasn't
might
kicking
make
it.
appearances, bro. You never know.
nah, man, that would be
He might
dope.
make appearances.
That
That'd be
would
fire.
be dope.
That would
Ray
be dope.
Stevenson can make
If he would have made an appearance
He's gonna
in,
come back as a hologram from Star Wars.
in Deadpool
Wow.
Wolverine,
It's Ghostbusters.
bro, if he would have pulled up in Deadpool Wolverine, crazy.
Oh, Tom Jane?
He's gonna
Yeah,
come
I
would've lost my
back.
shit. I would've lost my shit. Oh my god. I would have lost it. Him and Wesley Snipes.
Hey, no, man,
That's when Tom Jane was doing the shit. When
that
Wesley
would've been
Snipes
wild.
was running it, and they were rated R
What's the
Marvel
other
movies.
Daredevil
Yeah.
too?
Ben Affleck.
Yes.
Hey, Ray
Imagine.
Stevenson. Hey,
That would've been
shout
sick,
out Ray
bro.
Stevenson because he's golden. He a goat, man. But if he makes an appearance, he's gonna come back as a Jedi spirit, bro. Because how did you know how Anakin?
Yeah, the only one
that
who's
was the
gonna
only
see-
way he will come back,
The
bro.
only one who's going to see him is Denzel Washington in the Book of Eli,
Oh my
where Ray
God.
Stevenson's trying to shoot him, and Denzel's just with his shades on. Bullets are whizzing by his face.
Reading Bible verses.
Yeah. Genesis number 3. The bullets are shooting by. They don't go on.
So, all right. So if we get to the show Daredevil, just to kind of mention some of the stuff that's been going on in the show, we're technically halfway through it, right? A little bit more than halfway. Because
I
is
think
it 8
there's-
or 10?
I think there's 9.
Okay. So,
Damn.
the show started
There's 3
out.
left.
Usually it's 9.
7, 8. There's 3
Right.
left. There's 3 episodes left.
Yeah, but I think this one was going to be a little longer
3
than
episodes.
normal. Okay, so the show itself, we all know it started out strong. You know, we had the appearance of White Tiger. Again, I think we mentioned it. You know, the Puerto Rican actor Carmen Del Reyes, I think it is,
Yeah.
or something like that. Man, it was beautiful
Right.
again with the
Rest in
coquille at
peace.
the end. Shout out to him. Then you know the storyline kept developing. Obviously, we've seen his niece, and with the events that it led to recently, you know, it just kind of solidifies even more her role. We'll
Yeah,
get into
she's
that.
definitely more involved.
Yeah, so it's definitely a build up.
Hopefully they'll incorporate her. In
Man, Young Avengers
bigger
is on the way.
roles, yes.
The Young Avengers is on the way. We know that.
That
You know
Maybe
what I'm saying?
Avengers.
You know, like at that point, you can't even deny it anymore because they got
That'd
the
be
whole young
sick.
squad already.
Yeah, that would be sick.
But you know, seeing that, you know, we haven't seen obviously Bullseye really active since that first little ass whooping and falling off the building. But then we did have an appearance of a villain, a super villain that honestly, you know, the rumors were that he was going to be one of the most violent characters depicted in the Marvel universe for being dark and violent because that is his thing. You know, the whole thing with the blood, and his name is Muse. Impressive, you know. Again, the fighting style, the way, again, he gave Daredevil a run for his money on the episode.
Bro, listen.
You know,
Bro, when Daredevil put on that suit and that fucking train passed and he's looking down that fucking thing
hallway,
and his motherfucker
Yeah,
running
he knew it was
full
coming.
blast. Holy shit, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That shit was nasty.
So-
And remember, he looked at his suits. He was like, "Fuck."
Mm-hmm.
so we kind of fast forward, but we forgot the filler episode that was really dope.
Yeah, come
So
on.
the filler
okay.
episode, you know, there's very few times where a filler episode is like executed correctly. Because usually when you get some filler episode, it kind of throws you off completely. And it was like, what the hell was the point of this? It'll get into some shit that was just like, it was really a waste of time.
happened-
Usually it's recaps. Usually it's stuff that just kind of recaps into shit.
It happened quite often, unfortunately, with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We keep going.
Yeah. So we did get the episode of the bank scene. And we got to see Miss Marvel make an appearance, but not how everybody expected. First of all, it was her father. That was in the bank. And during the hostage situation.
Shout out to him. He got a promotion.
Yeah, facts.
He was at the bodega.
He's assistant bank.
Yeah, facts. So he's doing big things, you know, and then
gold candy.
You know, and the special way of her appearance was through a pop figure. He was able. It was a scene where he interacted with the Daredevil.
And got invited to dinner
without the suit.
But who's to say he won't? She won't pop up at the end of the season. Like she goes to dinner.
So all right. Talking about like,
you know what I mean?
All right. I'm gonna throw this. The episode when they were bringing the witness to the courthouse. I was telling Ada, I said I wish that She-Hulk would have made an appearance there and help escort him to the courthouse. And then you came into the courthouse and it was just like, yo, I got you, type. That would have been
hard.
But the pop said, as far as Kamala, that she's in California. Hanging out.
But who's to say like, hey, Kamala, you know, I was in some shit today. You know, come meet my friend that saved my life, kind of thing.
Well, he did invite him to dinner in Jersey, so
we'll see.
Listen, be at the house.
Yeah.
We'll see. The build-up is exciting. Just to know that again, we are realizing that these are all the street level characters, though. These are all street level characters.
You know what's kind of crazy though is the fact that he just outlandishly just is like acknowledging that Miss Marvel's his kid.
Well, yeah,
like he's like, oh yeah, my daughter, and he's got like her in her suit on as a pop figure. Like her. There's no secret.
But in his defense, he's blind, so he didn't see what she looked like.
True.
Yeah,
but everybody in the bank, including the colored robbers. With the colored masks.
Again, did she ever really try to hide her identity though? If you think about it, like was she one that really tried?
Initially, she tried.
I don't think she really.
I don't think she succeeded.
That last episode, everybody was around.
Yeah.
When like the shield.
So I think in her case, she already got exposed. So,
but remember, they weren't in Jersey City. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And regardless, let's put it like this.
I was just saying,
in the case right now,
I didn't expect it.
She's not there. Like you said, she's not there anyway, so she don't have to deal with Kingpin yet, because she's out of town right now.
True.
But the appearance was dope because it was it was a pop figure, So who knows? They'll probably release that pop figure that'll be like a Marvel exclusive type deal, because
imagine, And I thought him opening up the safe was nasty. That was so nasty. But the fact that they actually finally did something like that, where he used his hearing, and
he's conversating at the same time.
Yo, I know. I wanted this dude to shut the hell up.
But bro, let me tell you something. I was already peeping when he was doing that with the footsteps.
Yeah,
and he was already peeping from like he can recognize the footsteps already. So that already shows you, man, picking a lock ain't nothing.
Yeah, and
picking a lock ain't nothing.
He can tell whose heartbeat is who.
Yeah, exactly. So it's insane. Again, that filler episode was dope. Also seeing him like just in a suit taking care of business. You know what I'm saying? Not in his Daredevil suit, but just in his casual business suit.
Yeah.
In his lawyer suit. So dope shit. He's one of the ones that
he broke homie's leg.
Yeah. But correct me if I'm wrong, man. He's probably one of the most well executed, if not the most well executed, Marvel storyline and character in the MCU. I feel like when you look at everything, show wise, and honestly, no, not even show wise. Like he's up there, maybe because he's not on film like the big boys like Captain America. But when you look at his character development and Charlie Cox, the way he just plays this motherfucker, man. Like, honestly, Daredevil has been one of those characters that people just genuinely love. Like, this dude, very well executed. Like, it's just, this dude has been on the money ever since he started, and again, to be at a level now to where, he made his appearance in big film, but not his Daredevil suit, just in Spider-Man alone, just kind of glimpsing, like, man, his time is going to come, and I'm hoping that we'll see him on the big screen soon enough.
I agree.
And just let's get you involved with everybody else already.
There was I guess a rumor or whatever that said after the Daredevil show there's supposed to be a Punisher movie. So
hey man, I hope so because I think they're really developing the Punisher through the Daredevil as a supporting character into something like that. For the fact that I don't think they're in a rush to get into a show with him anyway. I think with what him and Daredevil right now got going on with the Kingpin threat, and being that the Netflix show's already canon, I think they've kind of just like, all right, let's kind of develop into the bigger picture because you don't want to spend too much time again reiterating certain things or kind of touching back on backgrounds even more. You know already his origin. You know what the hell he's been through. He's already been through some shit that we've seen. How much more do we want to see for him to become the Punisher? He's already in that mood. You can already tell the Daredevil that he's really into that character already. And it's just a matter where he snaps because he's the one that got Daredevil back into his suit. Let's put it like that. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. It was the Punisher with the way he pretty much told him you a pussy. Let's put it like that. You a fucking pussy. Snap out of it. You know, you are like me. We out here for a reason. In other words, we gotta do this shit.
He's still working though because you see in the background he has like a whole bunch of like pictures and whatever, like those now detectives pictures and whatever. So he's working and shit in the background. Yeah, we just don't know what he's doing. Know
what, you know?
And I mean, I guess you could assume maybe he's trying to go after that group, that Punisher fan group. You know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know.
But again, it could all. But the way they talk about Kingpin, it could all lead back to him at the end of the day.
But Kingpin is quiet though. He's not really doing nothing.
I know, but the way they're building him
right now.
But according to what they're saying, man, like this guy Kingpin Vincent is set up to be. Not that he's going to be a Thanos level threat, but he is going to be that to the street level character. So he's going to be such a menace. He's not going anywhere for a long time. He's going to be. It's almost like every problem most of these guys are going to be running into that are not at a Omega level, because now we're getting into X-Men and shit. Like these guys at a street level, their biggest headache is going to be him. No matter who they get into, is going to be somehow Kingpin was involved behind the hiring or something. You know, like they're really trying to make Vincent D'Onofrio like the next real annoying motherfucker for the next few years. For the TV shows and you know what I'm saying, for the Defenders and shit like that. So like, bro, we're you know, like it's really.
And then you heard that they already kind of hinted that he's supposed to be getting bigger.
Yeah,
so he ripped his suit. So he's supposed to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So we'll see how they do that.
You know, again, we might get the maximum version when.
Can't see the neck.
That'd be crazy. I think the thing is that they have a chance. They have a chance to make Kingpin not just street level though.
No, exactly.
Like if he gets involved with Spider-Man, it opens the doors to all the Spider-Man villains, even the Sinister Six and everything.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, man.
There's so much potential,
bro. He's a genius. You know, it's like
Jesus Christ.
But they need to do it ASAP. Vincent's getting older.
But you know what's crazy, bro? It's just like. His IQ is different, right? Because, he might not have a Dr. Doom or a Reed Richards IQ in the sense of, like, man, Master Universe can speak different languages, can make device. But this motherfucker knows the streets.
Yeah, he graduated from the streets.
He knows the streets. His street smarts is an IQ, like, mostly, bro, nobody has, really. Like, this guy knows the streets, man. Like, he knows how to manipulate.
That's where he's from.
Yeah, but just to see that comparison, like, though his IQ might not be to a level that can threaten somebody globally, he can get there, man, with the way, if he keeps chipping away with his street level mentality.
Why he's struggling with the mayoral aspect of it.
Yeah, man.
You know, sitting there listening to the kids sing and shit. Like, he's not about it. He's like, I want to get out of here and deal with, like, some under the table stuff.
He doesn't want exactly. He doesn't want to go through the process. He wants shit done. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, why do I have to go through this? I want this shit done. Let's get it. And then the Spanish are, we have to go do this. Like, he wants shit done. He's about to snap and just.
But at the same time, we know that he is secretly lying to Vanessa.
Oh, of course.
And he's got not me, but a different Adam locked up. And that scene was at the same sequence as the scene with Daredevil fighting Muse, which was amazing.
That's them both getting back into what they know.
Yeah. So that was nasty. To close off the convo on Daredevil, that was the conclusion right there and the beauty of how they closed out that last episode. When they were throwing the punches and it was going back and forth and it was in unison. Transitions were so smooth. And yes, it was them solidifying that, they are back.
Yep.
And that shit is about to get real from
Born
this
again,
point on.
baby.
You know,
Born
and you know, I'm so looking forward to because of a lot of the leaks and stuff, all the different colored suits. We saw a preview of all the different helmets.
Word.
It seems like it's about that time. So shout out to, you know, no lie, Marvel holding it down correctly with this one.
Now, so my question is, I don't, like, I've never read the comic books, whatever, but does his different color suits do different things, like Iron Man suits?
That I can think of, to be honest, it's always been the same thing. It's just different colors according to what his movie.
I mean, you see, he has different weapons he's trying to.
So his weapons are different.
Yeah.
Some of his batons do a couple different things.
But I mean, I wish his outfits would do something different.
They might incorporate something. But seeing him with all those outfits, I mean, granted, I'm way behind in playing all these games. But imagine if they made a Daredevil game that was similar to Spider-Man.
All those shits, he has enough raw skins that you could pick from, especially like just vintage yellow and that black one that they're showing on season 2. That black and red.
That one is official.
Listen, that just means it's gonna get grittier. It's gonna get more gory. It's gonna get darker. They're really gonna show you that this shit needed to stay like that.
It's gonna be worse.
Yeah.
Worse than a head smashing.
So now that we're on the topic of that though.
Well, side note, any Whatnot fans, I do have Daredevil cards in the bin.
Yeah,
so I have 8 left. Jump on. They are the Born Again cards from the show.
Oh, so there you go.
And they're sold out. They're sold out. So
that's fire.
I got 8.
Yeah, that's fire. So there you go. Whatnot.
Get it here first.
Get it down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got against a lot of cards. Of course, we got Mac on stream with us, and Mac and Jen. That's the Pokemon and other cards. Now,
yeah, we'll definitely get into some details
the Marvels
about that.
and
Sport
all
cards, Marvels, Pokemon.
Trust me, cards.
Yeah. We got box tops.
So they're gonna be when y'all see Street Geeks.
Uno cards, playing cards.
You got about 50 reverses. Everybody's little reverses.
When y'all see that, or skips and shit.
ID cards. I'm just playing.
But nah, so when y'all see Street Geeks running card shows, that's gonna be Jen and Matt.
Yeah, man.
And then, you know, me and Adam was gonna stick to the comics as usual.
So again, make sure, since we were touching up on the Daredevil show, get those. The cards are there available now in the Whatnot store. Street Geeks, tap in again. Get them while it's hot, because that's probably your only chance before you know it. Talking about shows, you know, leading into real quick, I just want to touch up on, just because, man, you know, there's two things that have been previewed lately that I'm excited for. One, Doomsday. We saw the clip with Robert Downey at the end and the whole cast of who's going to be on Doomsday. Let's get this right. Doomsday.
Well, it wasn't the whole cast. There's still another video supposed to come out.
The majority.
It is probably majority. Yeah.
But that's probably the ones that they want you to know that are probably going to carry the main arc. Mm-hmm. And I will give my opinion on that. But before that, real quick, I know we mentioned about Thunderbolts. The reason why I just want to real quick touch upon Thunderbolts, you know, when you look at the cast of Doomsday, a lot of people are kind of upset because it kind of hints towards stuff about, like, spoilers for Thunderbolts. You know, we haven't even watched Thunderbolts yet. You know, I don't think anybody has. It's not out yet. So, you know, whoever did, obviously early cuts or whatever, listen, you know, if you know these characters well, you know that realistically none of them were bad guys in the first place. Now how they incorporate a villain storyline in this, if it's really Sentry becoming Void, and how that happens, well, you know, we'll notice when we watch the movie. So if you felt like it was a spoiler alert, my personal opinion is this: it really isn't. Who the hell was gonna die on Thunderbolts? You know what I'm saying? Really, nobody was planning to really go on that movie. You know, but yeah, going back to the Doomsday clip, you see a strong cast. You see the Fantastic Four. You see the Thunderbolts. Pretty much almost all the members of Thunderbolts were there.
No Hulks.
No Hulks, no. Yeah, but we'll get into that. You know, before I give my opinion, what do you guys think about, let's say, the cast that was revealed first?
It's gonna be dope. There's a lot of people. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be the second
excited.
biggest since Endgame.
That's what I saw today.
Bigger than Avengers, bigger than Age of Ultron,
Endgame.
bigger than Civil War. There's a lot of people.
And again, this is Doomsday, the movie before Secret Wars. So this is leading up to the events of Secret Wars. So from what I see here, when I saw those shares, yes, I was excited. It's crazy because the roster is already hinting, yeah, Secret Wars for sure, because you're seeing a lot of the characters that are filling in the roles of a lot of characters that aren't there anymore. So you're seeing those different versions already.
Some, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the fact that the way I look at it, Doomsday seems to me that it's more of a redemption story. Why? A lot of these characters that you see on those chairs, except for like the Fantastic Four and some of the X-Men, a lot of the people you see on those chairs, like for example the Thunderbolts, these are characters who had rough backgrounds. And through the Thunderbolts movie, they're trying to paint them a little bit more of like good guys. And I feel like to give those guys a final like moment to really give them that full crossover to being good, I think that through Doomsday, we're going to get their redemptions individually, because as you can tell now, U.S. Agent, from what they're showing on Thunderbolt, it's now you're realizing he was not really a villain. He actually had good intentions, but you know, with the wrong person behind your ear, the government was controlling them and kind of pushing them to be what it was. Yeah, so again, I feel like when you look at the lineup of Doomsday and who they have for the superheroes, that you would think, oh man, but we're missing Hulk, we're missing Thor, we're missing Spider-Man. You know, we're missing a lot of key characters.
But then they say,
Kate Bishop.
But then they have that picture of like Hulk, She-Hulk, and his son, and like a Hulk world kind of.
Okay, remember, why was Hulk crying? I mean, what was Thor crying? There's a lot of things that there's like, what ifs, right? You know, why was Thor crying? But, you know,
okay, Ryan Reynolds.
No, but realistically, it's just there's things that from Secret Wars is hinting. Like you never know what it is. You know, there's things that really haven't come to life yet. And the way I look at it, man, like again, Doomsday is just setting up for these smaller characters to get their full, all right, now you're a good guy. Now you gotta join the acolytes. You know, you gotta join the big boys now, because when Secret Wars hits, obviously Spider-Man and Hulk and all these are gonna already be those next level characters that are gonna be passing on the torch. So that's their final with their, you know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like a passing the torch deal to me.
I mean, who knows how they're gonna play that? So who knows what side? I don't know, bro. I mean, some of the characters might branch off and side with Doomsday.
All right, so the rumors is this. So the rumors that I'm reading is this, and this is what this is the exciting part about this conversation. So what they're leading is to, you see how they're bringing some of the X-Men back?
Yes.
Okay. So all the X-Men are the old versions, right?
Correct.
So what they're trying to say is we are possibly getting, because it happens in the comic books during Secret Wars, Marvel versus X-Men storyline. So what they're hinting is that we might be getting these X-Men characters that are controlled by Doctor Doom, in a sense. Because Doctor Doom's going to come with his army, realistically. He's not coming by himself. So when we get introduced to these older characters, pretty much the Avengers are probably going to be fighting these older X-Men characters just to kill them off, because this is their final R2. These characters are done. You know, they're already passing the torch. So from the rumors are that we might get a preview during Doomsday of a Marvel versus X-Men at a small scale, and then at a bigger scale, when we realize that it's a bigger threat, the Secret Wars, now we get all these different versions to where it starts passing the torch even easier, because now you can introduce the ones that we've been excited to find out who's really going to receive that torch.
And on Secret Wars, it may not just be X-Men versus Marvel characters. Some of the Thunderbolts might switch sides. There's a whole world of possibilities.
Yeah, so we'll see what it's like, man.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited for it. So we'll see what happens.
It's one of the bigger movies in a long time.
I'm excited. It's very close.
Shit. I get it too. I was on this shit right now.
It's been a while too, man. It's been how many years already?
Since Endgame?
Since Endgame.
Endgame was 20. No. Infinity War was 2018. Infinity War was 2018. Endgame was 2019.
Right? And then we're supposed to get Doomsday 2026 and Secret Wars 2027. Right?
I guess. I don't know.
Something like that.
So what's coming out next?
Thunderbolts will be next.
Is this year?
Yeah, and then if I'm not mistaken, after that, if I'm not mistaken, Ironheart.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four.
Ironheart's gonna be next to Girl Iron Man.
I don't know about show.
Fantastic Four. Yeah, I think Ironheart because they've been promoting her. Yeah. The Iron Man girl, the black girl from the comic, whatever.
So something I mentioned to you guys earlier. Yeah. That I had seen. I don't know if it's true or if it's confirmed, but they said that Into the Spider-Verse movie is supposed to be coming out 2027 instead of 2029. And Marvel did share it, so you know what I mean.
Listen, you know how they are, bro. They'll move it.
Shamik Moore is coming to Tampa too, so I'm excited. I'm getting mad shit from them. So.
Well, real quick, let's take a quick sneaker check break since we are here right now with some dope pairs. I've been excited to kind of show y'all what Josh brought because these shits is tough. Shout out to, Big Pun. Where's the song at, yo, right?
Big Pun, only one of son, it's only a Montana, you ain't Pun. Anyway, I got him tatted on me and everything. You dig? But, so, these were the first pairs I copped. I already rocked these, I think 3 times. I definitely rocked them on my birthday, I remember that. But these are Patrick Ewing joints. Patrick Ewing, he's not no Jordan or no,
It's Ewing though.
Whatever.
Yeah. What you mean it's Ewing though? Bro, don't disrespect him like that.
Nah, but I'm saying, like, these sneakers are comfortable though. I give them that. They are comfortable. They wild. Like, look at all this fucking cushion, bro.
Yeah, that looks like space.
But the tongue is too damn big. But anyway, these are fire. He has a lot of dope hip hop collabs. Like I said, these are the puns. He has, I believe, Onyx. He has
with the
Public Enemy. He has there's a few of them that he has that are hip hop. But Big Pun is my favorite rapper, always has been. You know what I'm saying? I am from the Bronx, and I'm a fat Puerto Rican, so that's my nigga.
You know his first hip hop debut on a sneaker?
No, I'm not sure. I know this one was the first drop that he had for Big Pun. I missed out on it, and they just re-released it. This was after the Capital Punishment album. But yeah, these are fire as hell. I just got these in not too long ago. So I was like, yeah, I got both of them. Yeah, I believe there is one more pair. I didn't want to get them.
There on this one. Is he on the front on the other ones?
Oh, I didn't even see that tab.
He's not. Yeah, he's on his little silhouette.
Yeah, that's fire. But yeah, he got the Puerto Rican flag on that one. I just like how the blue and red incorporates, and then the spackle at the bottom. That's fire. And then I remember when I rocked these shits. When I rocked these shits,
like they got a lot of weight to them.
We went to for my birthday.
That's what Matt Damon used in fucking.
For real.
But you remember when I rocked them shirts to my to the restaurant? And for my birthday, and the dude's like, "Oh, you from the Bronx?" So I'm like, "Bro, I can't tell." We man racist.
You're fucking shoe-system. Sneaker system.
But yeah, that's the box. The box is fire. And I didn't even fucking realize this. But look at that at the back. And Love and Memory, Christopher Rios.
Oh, word.
Fire. Yeah, these joints are dope as hell.
Got me breathing heavy just trying to read the back.
That's fire.
Yeah. And then it's a Big Pun Forever. Yeah, even the paper on the inside has Big Pun on the paper. That's fire. But yeah, so I don't know if they're still available. I know when the first ones dropped, they sold out ASAP. So, but go check them out. You know what I mean? If y'all love hip hop, they have other hip hop sneakers as well.
You mentioned Onyx, and I can think about the fact that you see how they have the Big Pun in the front. Imagine the Onyx face right there in the front.
That's what I'm saying.
That's fire.
We'll look them up a little later, but I know they have a few different ones. So that is related to hip hop. I'm not sure, because they supposed to sell out. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was lucky to grab one of those. So, but yeah, these drinks are fire. Well, and then I'm just rocking the
I was about to say what you got. Yeah, you know me. I got my beat up New Balances. Don't worry about me.
Mm-hmm. Beat up Ralphs.
I got some fresh waters here.
Some fresh waters. No, the fresh waters. A wave came through and almost knocked the cameras down. I just moved it on.
Is it unplugged?
Yeah, no, unplugged. Just screwed it over. We're still live here.
I moved it on my phone.
So the waters, the fresh waters, the aquafines, the Dasanis.
But yeah, I got the taxi.
That's salt water.
Yeah. That's not good water.
I like the Sunny, bitch.
Yeah. Yo, they be hating on the Dasani. Let's get on that. Dasani's good water.
They say that shit tastes like plastic.
That shit tastes like
half of y'all females is made of plastic, so what are we complaining about?
Not my females.
You know what I'm saying?
Not my females. Oh, shit.
Like, shit. That's some good water right there.
So check it real quick, man. I just want to touch up before we close out. We've been talking about the whole Pokemon thing, right? So, listen, if y'all haven't tuned in, lately I've been getting on live. Right now what's been hot, this thing called Journey Together. This set called Journey Together. The art is beautiful. Listen, it's kind of like an anime style. We tapped in 2 days before. You feel me? We were opening, ripping. Yeah. We were lit, pulling hits. 2 days before anybody was able to.
They still got some of the biggest chases too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Still got the chases in the bin, right?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, go there right now, and there's some chasers from that set.
I got a QR code here. Put it on the screen.
No, I don't have a QR code on me right now. It's okay, bro.
That'll be watermarked.
Bro, we can talk about it after the show.
But yo, listen, for real. We pay attention, man. We getting into some big things. So I definitely appreciate all you guys, you know what I'm saying, that follow us and show love every day. You know what I'm saying, coming through, just hanging out, just living life with us. You know what I mean? So it's dope, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we definitely appreciate everybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, it's been an experience,
I'm getting all these niggas.
Sure. Hey, listen, he ain't lying.
I'm telling you,
hey, we popped up a couple times. It was lit.
They said they want to get down with the get down. Well, get down or lay down. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you heard that from Gundada.
That's right.
You feel me? You see, we popped up a couple times. You feel me? Mac ran.
I hopped on a little stream. I got a little stream.
So just stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. We're gonna be doing a lot more of that again. The Journey Together is hot right now. Yep. So just tap into that set right now. Crazy. Honestly, real quick, just to let everybody know, that set, there's a lot of sets out there that have been really hard to get. From what I hear, this set's actually been I wouldn't say easy, because it's never easy.
But smooth.
But it's been, it's been within range compared to others. So if you can get a hold of it, go ahead and do so. Check it out, man. The artwork is beautiful. They got some really nice hits in there off rip. Again, we pulled some, so check the bin and just tap in, because right now it's hot. The next set that's coming out is called Destined Rivals. That one, honestly, they came out with this Team Rocket case. That man,
that's gonna be hard.
Let me tell you what the problem with that one was, right? So you know how where pre-orders, or when you get in line online or whatever, you wait on the window, the browser to refresh until it lets you know you're in or whatever. But then when you wait after like 2 or 3 hours, next thing you know, it tells you, oh, you waited this whole time. We're sold out. So you waited the whole time on the phone. Anyway, so this Destined Rivals Team Rocket case that goes for $100. Man, I swear, anybody that has that thing walking into any trade night or just having it just for collection purposes, I'll just walk around the house holding that, because it looks like I'm going to handle business with the Team Rocket case, because that's how hard it looks. But here's the crazy thing. It's so hard to get that right now, with this whole scalping thing and the thing. Oh, by the way, which if you check out, we did drop a little special episode. I chopped it up with OG Poke Cards, about the Pokemon world in general and the madness behind it. So y'all could get a little bit more information on how that works. But, listen, that case right now is crazy. That for $100, if you were able to get your, a hold of it, it's going for $1,000. The resellers
for the case, 30 packs.
30 packs, but it's $1,000 for that same $100 case. So right now, if you're trying to get a hold of one, good luck. You know, you're in the same boat as about 90% of this world because the 10% that was able to get a hold of it.
I thought there was only one being released because it was a lottery pick. No,
well, I don't know exactly how that.
If I'm not mistaken, it was only one.
So
yeah, that shit is.
There's like a lottery draw. You
Yeah.
purchase something on Pokemon Center, and then after that, you get put into this big lottery pick, and then the winner gets the big.
So
case.
whatever it is, it's going for $1,000 reselling right now. You know what I'm saying? It's $100
But
case.
it's worth it. You can make the money off it.
Well, that's
you know
why.
what I
That's
mean?
why we gotta check
Even
into
if you
that.
break it down.
If you got one of those cases, you'll break it open.
I will
Bust all of them open.
Put my boxes and tube socks in it. That's my travel case right
Bro,
there.
I hold the
That shit is
nuclear
so
launch.
clean.
How big is that thing?
Like regular.
I hold some
probably like that
nuclear
big.
launch. Yo, that
Briefcase,
case was.
Yeah, like a mini briefcase.
Bro,
Yeah, yeah.
it looks like one of those little mini black briefcases that you watch in action movies, and when they flip it open, there's like a nuclear launch code in it or something.
And if
It
you know
looks like
Team
that.
Rocket,
It's a
they
Team
got
Rocket.
the R on the front. That
That's
shit is
the-
so
yeah.
a red R. Ooh, that bitch is
Yeah.
hard.
So, you understand what that is, man.
clean.
Yeah,
I'm
imagine
imagining
that.
it. I know it's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
have the R
fucking
on it.
fire.
Mhm.
So anyway, stay tuned. Stay tapped in with us on
Yeah.
Street Geeks. Again, man, the guys have been, man. Josh, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This
Wait, real
motherfucker
quick, the
been getting
30th.
honest.
Destin Rivals drops on the 30th of May. In case you didn't
so there
say.
you go,
The
boom, there you
30th.
go. Yeah, don't forget the date.
Pre-release the 21st, 25th, 23rd, 25th, around there.
Good luck.
And
Well, the
pay
30th,
attention to Instagram. They go live opening packs on Instagram as well.
Yeah, so if you want to see us pull these hits, just watch us, because that's the thing,
And
too,
then
man.
those
We
hits
ain't
will
playing.
be on Whatnot for sale.
There you go.
So you get the best of both worlds.
There
The
you go.
background of opening them packs, and I see Mag was excited, like, oh,
Yo, bro, they was like, that shit had me wilder, because it's like,
I was driving like,
woo,
oh,
yeah, like, yeah, bro, it was like that, because literally, again, it's
Yeah,
a
it's
brand
hot.
new set. It's a brand new set, and then just earlier that day, we got to see them in person because somebody pulled them, and it was just like, oh man, like fuck, man. It was
And when he said, all I need was this, all I need was this,
Boom.
and you pulled it,
bro. Yeah, I mentioned it.
Yeah.
We mentioned a Cliff Area. I called it. He pulled one. You know what I'm saying?
That was
Like
it.
that-
I'm in this
I
live
pulled the
right
main
now.
chase,
I'm
but
in
I
It
this
wasn't the
live.
main chase, but we called it. It was one of the. It was one of the.
It was one of the
It was one of the
chases. Yeah,
chases.
it's
It was
exciting.
like,
I remember hearing our Genesis voice. All right, 0 for 3.
Yeah.
oh yeah, you know what? Listen, man. If you guys, so here's the thing about me, man. I'm not gonna lie. We have this conversation all the time, and the guys always fucking make fun of me about it. I guess I have bad luck. Why? Because I buy these ETBs and I buy these UPCs and I got these ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, and I still take a bunch of L's. You know what I'm saying? But then I go buy single packs and I hit. So I think I'm just a single pack guy. I'm a single pack guy. I gotta buy a pack here and I buy a pack there.
How rare is a God pack? I heard about
It
You know,
depends,
yeah, man. There's people
every
that's
single
really-
one is a hit, right? And that God
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah, every
Like
single one is
damn
a top chase from that set in
I
one
seen
pack.
a little kid open it and he was, oh my God, it's a God pack, and Dad came through and
See, I was watching a Whatnot stream where I don't remember the stream. I think it was either T Slabs or Kraken Hits, one of the two. But somebody opened up a God pack. Then after that, it was a regular pack. But after that one, it was a God pack. So it's like two back to back in a way. And it was like nobody in the stream ever seen that shit before. So
And
like,
then here's an even crazier one. So I've been buying this set 151, and I hit big on those, and then I stopped buying it because I hit big on one of the cards, right? And the other day, or like 2 days ago, no, a little longer than that.
like a week ago.
Yeah, a week ago. I hesitated. I hesitated because sometimes I do that, man, and then it sucks because that's where my luck comes in. I hesitated buying a pack or whatever. Yeah, buying a pack because every time I hesitate, somebody gets me. But
he
anyway,
took an L on Journey Together. He had to redeem himself.
yeah.
That's what it was.
So you
But
turned
anyway,
it alone.
but before that, there was a time where talking about a God pack though. I went over there. I hesitated on buying a pack, right? As soon as I walk away, somebody else goes by that same pack I hesitated on. It was a God pack.
damn.
Now let me ask you a question.
But
God
anyway.
packs, they look like regular packs.
Regular
Yeah,
pack.
they're just regular packs. It's just
it's
luck.
loaded. It's
Yeah,
loaded.
it's
Mirages.
Yeah, it's just like
Barrage pack.
bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lottery
$1,000
right there.
cards,
Yeah.
$200 cards, back to back to
Man,
back.
there's a God pack out there that if you had the whole set, it's probably like $16,000 to almost
All right,
$20,000
for a $10 pack.
Yeah, for
So
a $10 pack.
a normal pack, right, has just a bunch of normal cards and one usually popping one, right?
If you get lucky, one popping one. But in most cases, you get basics and maybe and like a hollow, and this is a hollow.
Okay, you know what I mean? So that
like
was
something that's worth like 10 cents.
But a God pack is hit after hit
It's like
after
4 or
hit.
5 hits back to back to back.
Yeah, it's all like the big cards. It's like saying whatever the top cards of that set is, you're getting them all in one pack, just by luck.
That's
But then
pretty
it's
cool.
like I even
You know
like
what? Next
they got
time we
different
go to the store,
variations
I'ma
of
buy
God
a
packs.
pack.
They got different kind of God packs. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And I
how
get
you see.
addicted.
You see, but you know that's what fucking happens.
Claw.
You open one, and then you're gonna want to open another, because then you want to open
fuck
another one,
that.
and then you're gonna find yourself searching for this God pack, and it feels like
You know what is gonna happen with me though? Is I'm gonna hesitate, and then I'm gonna keep hesitating.
I see you hesitating right now. You know what?
I'm a hesitate.
As a matter of
I'll
fact,
do it.
listen, give me
Just
one
to-
second.
just to
Give me 1
experience.
second. I'm getting off screen because I'm gonna grab something and I'm gonna show y'all. Okay?
Pause.
Okay, hold on.
You know what pack to open right now? You should open up a pack.
This is what I don't have a pack right now, because this is what happens when you get addicted to opening and you want to have a pack for the show, but then you open it and then you get mad because you don't hit. Then you open another one and then you result in a bunch of bulk cards and you don't hit shit.
Those
So-
are for the whatnot customers. Thank y'all.
There you go. So hey, this is giveaways.
He's bending y'all cards, man.
Listen,
Oh,
but
chill.
this is just to show you how bad it is. You can go through a whole booster box like me, 36 packs, not really hit shit. You know what I'm saying? And or you could be the guy that buys one pack and hits a God pack and it changes your life. You know, that's how the game goes. You know, obviously, I'm on the losing side of the game right now. But it's fun. Why? Because I'm not saying I've been losing all the time. Don't get me wrong. I went the other day. Again, I redeemed myself. After taking a little, I went over there and I bought a pack because I was like, you know what? It's not fair that I've been losing like this. I need to buy one and redeem myself for the day.
Yeah,
Guess
you
what?
talking about- you
And guess
gonna
what?
get it.
I agree. It's
I
not
pulled
fair.
some shit. I pulled some shit. It was like, holy shit, I redeemed myself instantly. So that's how it happens. You know, you take
You
some
take L's to break even.
Yeah,
Hoping that, you
yeah,
know, we
yeah.
get a little break.
That's that mental
Yeah, we
fuckery.
Yeah, it's a mental fuckery, but I can't say we ain't up, man. I want my shit to get here already.
Oh,
I got
PSA, if you're
I got
watching this,
PSA,
hurry up.
yeah, hurry up with my shit.
PSA,
You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
4 cards waiting.
Yeah,
Hurry
yeah,
up.
it's just sitting in there in your office, and I want my greatest shit, yo. 'Cause that's where the money at. All right, well, not only the money, but that's my best piece, and I love it. I want to, you know
Super
what's
clean.
crazy is that I pulled that Blastoise, right? It's such a beautiful fucking card, and the thing is, I haven't been able to enjoy that card because that's to me like that's a PC, that's a personal collection. You know what I'm saying? But the shit is that I opened it, I hit it, and it's such a big card that I ran over there real quick, like, yo, I hit it, here, send it out to get graded. I barely even got to fucking look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so excited of getting it protected and graded that I never really got to enjoy it, bro. I literally just like, oh shit.
You didn't hesitate at all.
No, that's a good thing though. You know what I'm saying? Get out your hands. You know what I mean? Less damage type.
Yeah. But it was so quick, bro, that I never really got to look at it. So, you know,
Hopefully, it bitch
I wanna
come back
look
in
at it.
time.
I wanna
Hopefully
look at my
it's a
card.
10, maybe
You
the
Yeah,
put
say
it
hurry
in a
up.
chain like that one dude, that Jake dude.
the Logan Paul, yeah, with
Oh,
the Charles
Logan,
on the
whatever.
chain.
So, real quick though, too, this is what the Journey Together, one of the booster boxes.
That's the enhanced booster box.
Yeah, the enhanced booster box. This is what it looks like. Not with like this. This is the
Well,
this
yeah,
is
I
the
gotta be getting
aftermath.
them in your orders, so y'all see them
Yeah.
firsthand.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying. You might get lucky and get a little Snorlax. You know what I'm
Little
saying?
hollow Snorlax.
Don't sleep on the Snorlax. No.
That one's dope. I
So-
like the hollow how it looks.
Yeah, no, bro. There's a lot of the artwork on this one is dope because they went real like
Real
anime-ish.
anime.
Okay.
You know, so it's
There is
dope.
one on the floor.
Yeah,
We'll get it.
somebody
Go for
getting
some
that
little
one.
man right about now.
Anyway, listen, guys. You know, I will say this, man. It was a pleasure again tapping in with y'all.
Word.
You know, the world. You know, we appreciate all of y'all that tap in all the time.
Stay tuned. Big
That give
things
us
coming.
feedback. That have been getting on the whatnot.
Yep,
You know,
showing mad love.
copping comics since day one with the guys, the Dundadas, and that already showed love to us over here on the Pokemon side. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just glad that also the fact that we get to go on a hunt, enjoy the hunt of opening these packs, getting the nostalgia, and finding those pieces that sometimes is hard to acquire for even those that really want them. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
We're just trying to make it possible because trust me, we got our PCs. But if there's something that y'all want to get a hold of and we can try to get a hold of it for you, that's the goal.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just
man,
talk.
I
Just
appreciate
let us know.
everybody again. You know, me and Matt Capone, you already see it. You're going to be getting used to our faces for the Pokemon TCG,
Yeah.
for the sports cards, and the Marvel. So don't forget it. We're going to be covering those too. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And of
King
course,
Griffey lot coming soon. Stay tuned. We got a
King
big
Griffey
lot
lot.
coming
You hear that?
soon.
Griffey lot?
Griffey
King
lot.
Griffey lot.
You heard that? Griffey
Alright, so
lot.
that lot sold.
So Yeah.
Yeah, he wants it.
Yeah,
So-
he's smiling
so-
already. You know, we'll make a deal on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick, shout out to E, man. First purchase of the Pokemon on Street Geeks, whatnot. Shout out to you, boss. Man, appreciate you. Big
Shout out to your.
Yeah. So again, fuck with us. You know what I'm saying?
And then what was I think it was like Lady something bought the other card.
The promo card. I was trying to remember the name, but yeah, whoever it was for sure. Shout out to you.
And shout out to Primo.
Yeah, shout out to Primo. You know what I mean? Primo. Yeah, always in the background. You know what I'm saying? Throwing his 2 cents in.
Hey, he did win the raffle at the Geek Fest.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? He was the first winner at the Geek Fest. Shout out to Primo.
He got like a $20
$20
off, a $20 gift
so
card.
Primo, what you got? What you got?
The kids bought some cars, some little Hot Wheels.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So what was in the gift envelope or whatever?
It was a $20
Yeah,
gift card.
vintage toys. Yeah, they gave me
Okay, a $20 gift card to their
and
store
then they gave me a dope ass Jordan sticker. And,
from a sneaker box.
Yeah, word.
Oh, that's right.
Some stickers, some other 3D stickers. So,
That's dope.
It was dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vintage Toys.
Word, that's
facts,
fire.
facts. You know, Primo sounded like he knew he was gonna win like the shit with break though.
Mm-hmm.
He sounded like
He bought
Yeah, he was over there. He wasn't even with
Oh,
us.
that's what it was.
When they
He bought
fucking called
60
it, he was like,
tickets.
He was like,
Oh, he bought
He was on a
60
mission.
tickets. He said, yo, it's $1 a ticket. Yeah, he got 60 tickets. Man, you a beast, bro. Just for a $20 gift card.
Oh, Lord.
yeah.
Yo, you could have just bought me Pokemon cards.
yo, what?
We could have hit
done, yeah.
A God pack could have been on our lap right now.
You know what I'm saying? We could have changed everybody's lives right now.
Cheap
We just
bastard.
decided, man, come on.
Or
man.
just basically
You know
saying,
what?
fuck them kids.
Well, I
That's what he said.
definitely gotta end the
That's
show.
bullshit.
I gotta end the show because that shit just pissed me off.
Primo better get
You know what I'm
jumped.
saying? That
Stay
shit just
tuned
pissed me
for
off.
the next
Anyway,
episode.
listen, man, again, it's your boy Argenis, aka Genocide, here with Matt Capone, here with the Dun Daughters.
You did.
It was a pleasure again, just doing another episode. Stay tuned for more episodes, for more updates,
Word.
and for more events we will be covering. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And especially giving you updates on our favorite shows and the shit we love to do.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, if y'all have any requests about anything y'all want us to cover, throw that in the chat.
Yeah,
Throw
man.
it
Throw
in
in
the
the
show,
comments,
man.
man.
They
You know what I'm
message us
saying?
on tons of platforms.
I know Shiny, he wants us to do a Power Ranger episode or a segment at least.
All
you know
right,
what I mean?
so yeah,
And then we might
definitely.
do the wrestling segment.
Oh, so
We're
I was just about to
yeah.
actually bring that up. Hopefully, the next episode. You know what I'm saying? We're actually going to be
guests.
tapping into the wrestling world, man. You know, I know I grew up with that. You know, I'm still an Attitude Era person.
Raw's on
You know,
Netflix
that should
now.
have never come back. But that's a whole nother convo that we'll definitely leave for the next one. So, with that being said,
Stay tuned, chat.
stay tuned. Peace out.